Okay, this is gnarly technical coming down. Getting ourselves into some pretty deep stuff right here. So here we are at the entrance of this mine. Dude, that's gnarly. Way the heck up there. Here we go, up the tunnel.
That's pretty rad.
That's pretty fun, right?
Yeah.
So here we are out near the Trona Pinnacles in Southern California, I guess we could still call it. Just gonna meet up with John from Agile Off-Road and his wife Karin, and this is one of the new Grenadiers. So we're gonna be trying that out on the trail and camping. We've got the Winnebago Revel out here and of course my van. So just met up with these guys. We're gonna head out into the dirt roads and find some camp spots. Bad line choice right there. Bad line choice. One of my favorite things about van life is the spots that you can wake up to. Here, waking up this morning in this crazy landscape out here near Death Valley. So surreal. It's one of the things that I love about the desert is the unique landscapes that you get to find when you come out here off the beaten path. Pretty freaking cool, that's for sure. Good way to start off a day of adventure. Yes, indeed. Last night we showed up, the wind was blowing pretty good. John had a cool little spot down here that was in a little bit of a bowl surrounded by these pinnacles. We were able to get a little bit of shelter from the wind. We actually ended up retreating inside John's van for the evening and just hanging out, having some good conversation, good company. But from here, we're gonna get back in the vans. We've got a whole lot of adventure coming up. We're gonna go explore some desert, find some mines. John's been spending a lot of time out here, and so he's gonna show us some pretty cool spots. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the adventure. Let's go see what we get ourselves into. This thing right here, we're excited to get this thing out off-road and try it. This is the brand new Ineos Grenadier. It's a automotive manufacturer that really has just come on the scene here in the last year or two, and they're just starting to hit the market here in the United States. So it's gonna be a first opportunity to get this thing out and see how capable it is out here off-road. So John's wife Karen is driving this. John's in the Sprinter van, and of course I'm in the LTVL Sprinter. And then we've got these guys. There's Trixie. Hi, Trix. Hi, Trix. We got Stella over here. Hi. These are today's video mascots. Oh. Yeah, can you say hi? Yeah, Stella. What's up? What's up? You say hi? Just a quick little air up before we hit the highway. We got several miles of pavement to go, so it's a good idea to go ahead and just top up with a bit of air. A little bit easier on the tires that way. It's a lot of miles between fuel stations, and when you're going into places as remote as Death Valley, that it's important to go ahead and top off before you head out to the backcountry, and that's what we just did here today. Jumping in the van, on we go.
Breaks with the good. What's our now fuck with? Glennie, Frank, and then Dave.
What the heck?
I think I love it.
Well, this is cool.
Have you been to any of these?
No,
No. Sometimes you can come in here and they're in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
But
And you can go inside them and all that stuff?
yeah. Can you imagine this back in the day?
Yeah.
And this is like, you could have like a wood fire in here, right?
Oh, yeah. It got really cold here. Yeah. There's Christmas lights. What are they powered by?
They might have solar in here.
Oh, okay.
They might have solar and they might be batteries.
Oh, that's pretty cool. This little mine hut here is the cabin, as you will, is open to the public to be able to come up here and camp. You can use it. It's got a flag here that you can raise, and it lets everybody know that might be approaching that the cabin is occupied. But it's way up here on the side of the mountains and some old mines back up here behind here. So one of the cool things that you can discover when you're up here exploring around Death Valley. So the cool thing is we bring our own cabins on wheels, and we're not actually staying in the cabin, although we are just one level right down below it. It's just up on the hill. This is going to be home for the night.
We are leaving Minnieta Cabin and we're going to head over to the defense mine.
So John's been talking about coming out to these spots for quite a while now, so it's cool to have the opportunity to come out here and explore it. Sounds like the trail getting up to the defense mine is quite technical, so that was one of the reasons of bringing the Grenadier out here. Get a little bit of time behind the wheel and see how this thing does in some rugged terrain, but then also get ourselves up to this mine. I tell you what, this little Grenadier is pretty impressive up here in this pretty technical wash. That short wheelbase, lockers front and rear, it's just a goat. Okay, a couple things. A, it's impressive that there's a mine up here, quite the goat trail. So thinking back to when they would have been building this mine and how they managed to get all their supplies, tools, the people up here and actually build a mine. Number two, the fact that this Grenadier just billy goated its way right up here. And of course, none of this has been maintained for years and years, and the floods have come through here and really made it quite treacherous. So little Grenadier made good work of it. All right, so here we are at the entrance of this mine. This is the whole reason we came up here. We brought flashlights, got the headlamp. John said we're gonna go in here. We're actually gonna come out up top. The shaft just goes way back in there. Hell yeah. I cannot imagine coming in here and just start chipping away to build a tunnel through this rock. This is solid freaking, what is this, John? Granite?
I don't know. It's hard rock though. It's amazing, huh?
Yeah.
You look at it, it's just all like, looks like they chipped away at it. You know? That was probably where they kept the explosives, right? So they had a door. Yeah, look at that door, it had the locks in it.
Well, it's good to see somebody's doing a little bit of work to hold up the tunnel here. Wow.
Yeah, I think that one did eventually.
Oh yeah, there's like another door there. Dead end. Oh wow.
So now look at this chute here.
Wow.
And then that's where they would drop the ore down. Look at it.
Oh wow. There's still actually like ore material in there.
Yeah, I bet you they. Oh no. I don't know what this was for. They probably hauled stuff up.
Huh. Yeah, and that's probably what those cables are. They would just haul stuff up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, look how stuff's just like stacked and wedged and.
Yeah.
Makes you
Those
wonder if you
guys-
like
those
pulled
guys-
one little wedge out.
Those guys worked hard, man.
Yeah.
You know they worked hard doing this. So I can't remember. We might. Don't think we go that way. Might have been that we go that way. So.
Wow, there's like a little cave in back there. Holy cow. Looks like that used to go somewhere. Huh. So John is saying that there's one of these tunnels that have a ladder in it, and it actually takes us up some levels and then across, and we come out at a completely different area than where we entered. So we're currently looking for where that ladder goes. This is freaking cool in here though. Wow. Look at all this shoring over here. Hey John, there's a ladder this way. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you ready for
Dude, that's gnarly. Okay, well we just got to the end of this tunnel here where we found the ladder that we've been looking for. And this thing goes way the heck up there. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Here we go, up the tunnel. Pretty tight in here. My back is against the wall. Wow.
There's a little section here, huh?
So it's crazy. Looking at, these are the platforms that's holding up the ladders and the little rest areas, but they're just held up by wedges driven in to these beams.
I wish you hadn't pointed that out.
This is gnarly, it just keeps going and going. That's cool when there's rocks falling down.
I just can't imagine them drilling this stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Would they have drilled it from the bottom? They would have had to have. Drilled it from the bottom up and then just let it fall onto them?
Yeah. Uh-oh. This is freaking crazy.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that is freaking, that's incredible. I don't know how you found your way through that. That was a total maze. Honestly, I thought we were gonna come out further down there. But here we are. Makes me have a whole new respect for miners. So that's the shaft that we just came out of. You can see the old railing coming out of there. But that all would have come right out here onto this platform. Then they would have dumped down off of here and eventually out. It's all part of their processing, I suppose. Okay, so rather than going down the mountain, which perhaps could be the more dangerous way, we're headed back into the mine shaft. We're gonna climb our way back down the ladder. Hopefully John remembers his way out of here. Here we go. And that shaft goes down.
That
somewhere.
shaft goes down. Yeah, that's one of the ones. Right. Look, there's a trap door right there.
Oh yeah.
Check it out. Oh, it's like a leather.
No way.
Check it out.
Could get like vertigo. It's pretty wild. It opens up into these larger caverns. Hard to say if they mined those out or if they were naturally occurring. I'd imagine they probably mined it out. And here's where we dip back down. Okay, so right down here is where we just came out. That's the same spot where we entered earlier. But when we came out of the mine earlier, after climbing up all those ladders, we were up above there. Well, that right there, that's what adventures are made of. That was really, really cool. Never done anything like that. Just made it back here to the van's home base for the evening. Got an amazing view of the mountains out across here. The sun going down. It's one of my favorite times of the night, but it is chilly. That breeze is still blowing, so luckily I got the diesel heaters in the vans, keeping everything nice and toasty. Hopefully the wind will die down a little bit. We'll be able to have a fire. But how cool was that mine experience? Going out and exploring those. That was pretty freaking cool. Never done that on the channel before, so hope you guys enjoyed that. What you know, Trix? What you know? What you know, pup? Hey, Stella.
No, we didn't.
Stella. What's up, Stella? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's cooking there, John?
Chicken wings. These were baby chickens too. Small.
So John and Karen are doing the cooking tonight. They're fancy cooking out here, doing some fancy van life cooking. But we do have a campfire going in the solo stove, so it's a beautiful evening out here. The wind's died down and the stars are out.
Franks with butter. I think the ratio is 50-50. Half butter, half Franks. So it's really good for you.
Good morning, everyone. Just waking up here this morning on a chilly Death Valley morning. And I want to take this opportunity to talk to you about the sponsor of today's video, which is Squarespace. Now, Squarespace is an online website platform designed for entrepreneurs like you and I to create our very own website. So perhaps you're a roofing contractor, maybe you pour concrete, maybe you're a hairstylist that wants to open up your own hair salon, or maybe you want to start your own cafe or restaurant. It doesn't matter what it is, Squarespace.com can help all of your website dreams come true. The cool thing is you don't have to have any previous website design experience in order to make your very own professional looking website. Squarespace provides all of the tools for you online with hundreds of custom templates to make your own professional looking website. Matter of fact, if you've got product or services that you want to sell, you can do that through their platform as well. I've gone on and created my very own website for my still photography, which you guys can check out chadderosa.com and see what I've done with my own website using Squarespace. If you guys are interested in checking out Squarespace, head on over to squarespace.com/livingthevanlife. They've also allowed me to offer you guys 10% off of your first purchase at squarespace.com, whether it's a custom domain or your own website, by entering the coupon code LIVINGTHEVANLIFE. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. With that being said, let's jump back into these adventures here in Death Valley. We're just getting going here this morning. Got the vans all started up, warming up. The cavalry is ready to ride. We're actually going to be heading out across the valley. John's got more adventures ahead of us. Gonna go check out an old ghost town. Gonna go up through a cool wash that he's been talking about for quite some time. So excited to go check all this out. Ready, set, go. Ballarat, little ghost town out here in the middle of the desert. It's an interesting little spot just out here in the middle of nowhere.
Where you're not supposed to go. Like,
You may have to walk closer so you can.
so is one of these Manson gold trucks? At one time he used that.
Went home and
Yeah.
then another guy I know.
So she didn't hang out with him?
She didn't hang out with him.
Okay. Not in the Keystone.
Not
Oh, that's a cool little spot. Little town of Ballarat. Here we go, onwards and upwards.
What's she doing?
look up ahead, you can see a V-notch in this mountain range ahead of us. That's what's known as Goler Wash. And that is where John's taking us. 2 spare vans and an Ineos Grenadier. We're gonna go see what these things are made of. Wow, this is crazy. Super cool how narrow this is. These sheer rock cliffs just tower above you. You can only imagine what it'd be like coming through here in a flood. We're definitely at a spot in the trail where things are getting a little bit more technical, which is fun. That's what we came up here for, put these vans to the test. Yeehaw. Yeehaw. That's what these vans have been modified exactly to do, is come up here and do this stuff. Lockers, transfer cases, all-terrain tires, airing down. We're doing it right.
That's pretty rad.
That's pretty fun, right?
Yeah.
found it. Got a bit of a washout. Other people have made some tracks around it, which is all good. We're dealing with some Sprinter vans here. Unfortunately, got to kind of come in at this at an angle, and it puts it at a pretty heavy off camber. I'd have to turn into it and drop in, and that just makes me a little bit uneasy, and mostly because I had a dream about rolling my van in this almost exact same manner here just the day before we left on this trip. So we're gonna take a little bit extra measure and just winch this rock out of the way so we can get a little bit more of a straight approach into this wash here. Okay, well, at least at this point, we've got the rock out of the way. We still have the obstacle to deal with, but we're making progress. I think that's our best bet. At least at that point, I can have a little bit more of a straighter approach to it.
Looks different than your dream?
I hope so. Okay. That's a big old heavy van in an off-camber situation. That's some serious pucker power. Let's see what we get ourselves into here.
So Chad, if you need to know what your plug parameters are, electric brake is this one, right stop and turn is this one, left hand stop and turn is this one, and running lights is that one. I'll give it back to you.
No way.
Yeah. You scraped right here, it was sitting right on top of it.
No way. Doesn't even think about it.
Yeah. What difference would the rocket made?
What do you think about this craziness?
It's fantastic.
Hey, you've got the cherry ride over here, just cruise around. This thing doesn't even think about it.
Nope.
Well, here we are. Made it all the way up here to the top of Mangel Pass. It's quite the feat for a couple of Sprinter vans. That's pretty cool. Pretty awesome view down below. That's where we're headed, down into Butte Valley. Okay, now we begin the trek down Mangel Pass. Hopefully without getting too mangled. Sounds like it could be pretty narrow, pretty steep, pretty technical. Let's see what we get ourselves into. Okay, this is gnarly technical coming down. Getting ourselves into some pretty deep stuff right here, so it's gonna take a little bit of time. Let's walk our way through it. I think what I did is I just come up a little bit higher on that, and I just come down, sit in here.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking
straight off of that. Yeah, you think if we just gonna come up on this side of that rock?
I might just go right over the top of that rock.
Kind of right here.
Yeah. That'll be good. Then that'll kind of set us up for here. I'm thinking that puts our passenger here in this hole. Dropping down the next obstacle as we come down Mangel Pass. Truth be told, they named this after Carl Mangel, a miner up here in the area that passed away in 1944. But I can see why else they might call it Mangel Pass, because you get mangled pretty good up in here. Blows my mind every time we come out and do this stuff. A Sprinter van has no business up in here. But with a few modifications, the right tools, pretty impressive what you can do. Continually blown away by these things. Well, how is that for a freaking adventure? John definitely knows how to pick them. That is for sure. It was awesome though. Sprinters made it through, and we made it here to this really awesome cabin up here. It's called the Geologist Cabin up here overlooking Butte Valley. Pretty phenomenal out here. This is gonna be home for the night. We're gonna hunker down, set up the vans, start a fire, cook some food, kick back and enjoy van life. It's pretty cool that this cabin is open for people to be able to use if they make the trek up here. It would be a cool little spot to hunker down, start a fire in the fireplace, be able to stay warm, shelter out of the elements. You can see everything that people have left here over the years for others to use while they spend their time here in the cabin. Pretty cool that stuff like this exists out here in remote areas. What a cool freaking spot to wake up to out here. You can see out here in the middle of the valley, you got Stripe Butte, primarily why they call this Butte Valley. It's just this crazy rock structure that emerges up out of the valley floor. What a cool spot for this cabin. Just perched up here on the edge. As you look out across here, it's just layers and layers of mountains out across there. Last night we had a campfire out here on the front porch of the cabin with this view, watching the stars, having good conversation. It's a good way to spend the evening, just chilling and relaxing. And of course, then this morning we had breakfast out here as well. Here we are, we made it out to the pavement, which marks one hell of a van life journey. Out through Panamint Valley, Goler Wash, Mangel Pass, and now down into Death Valley proper. It's been one hell of a wild van life adventure for sure. And it was great coming out and doing this with John and Karn. Having John there on board with all of his knowledge to help get these vans down through that rugged terrain. Coming out here and doing that stuff solo, that would have been a whole nother level of crazy, but nonetheless we had a good time, that is for sure. With that being said, this wraps up this episode of Living the Van Life. I'm gonna hit the road in search of the next Living the Van Life adventure. Peace out, keep on trucking.